Davo, congratulations. What a turnaround in that second half against a very good side. But some could even argue that we didn't even deserve to be losing. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, really pleased. I think it was, I don't want to harp too much back on last week. I mean, last week the players let themselves down. I feel like they let me down. And ultimately, I let the club down. I'm the manager. I pick the team, so I don't push them under the bus. It was all of us. So we collectively, as a group, let the club down last week in local derby, and that's unforgivable. But what I will say, and I think I even said it on an interview, they've given us a lot, these lads, and I knew that they would. I knew that they would bounce back. Do you know what I mean? And they worked hard in training, got a bit of soul searching really this week on what to do, and then you know, Hayes and Yeading away is a hard fixture. They've unbelievable resources, unbelievable facilities. You know, always one of the favourites to do well. Some stellar footballers that have been around. Probably not the game you kind of want, but yeah, we didn't deserve to be behind at half time. No chance. Thought we were excellent first half, and then it's easy for the lads to start feeling sorry for themselves. But we praised them at half time. I said, don't worry about the result. Don't worry about the result. Let the performance take care of. That result will take care of itself if we get our performance levels right. And a 45 like that again will do well today. And not only that, if we play like that all season, I'll be more than happy. So you know, they got what they deserved second half. It could have been more. I thought they were excellent.
Yeah, of course. And there has been some silly rumours going around social media at the moment in terms of stuff about you that I don't even want to entertain. But you mentioned that what you said at halftime, obviously going down, conceding just before the break. Was it just a job of picking their heads up and getting them to go again? Because it was a very good first half.
Yeah, it was. It was a good first half, and you're right. It was just, go and do it again, and yeah, tweak one or two bits and pieces. Just reminded them on a few bits of sort of tactical details that we wanted them to do, and yeah, they followed it to a T. I mean, going back to the rumours thing, I think it's a bizarre situation to be honest, and I don't need the club to say anything about it. They have said, don't be listening to them, Dave. I'm on a contract with the club for the rest of the year anyway, for a start. Um, the amount of times there's been rumours that I'm going to be going on to another team and this, that, and the other club are coming in for me because of the job we've done here and stuff like that. Loyalty goes two ways. I've got a lot of trust in the club and excited about what's going on moving forwards. And I've been extremely loyal to this football club as well. I've been here a long time now, so I don't for 1 minute believe that they would be doing anything like that. So yeah, just typical people wanting to snipe and get at us as a football club. They hate it. They would have all loved it. Everyone would have loved the fact we've lost to Sholin and Tottenham because they're flavour of the month around here. It's never us. Even though we got here a year before those two football clubs, they had to spend a whole season spending fortunes to get to this level. So listen, I've probably answered it more than I was going to answer it, to be honest with you. But it's anything. I've got extreme amounts of time for this football club. Everyone at the club, the supporters, um, the staff I've got, and the board of people that employ me as their manager. And anyone who wants to say whatever they can crack on as far as I'm concerned, because I'm not planning on going anywhere.
Yeah, perfect. And now we'll go back towards the football. I said last week that we were quite susceptible to conceding quick fire goals, but this time around it was our turn to do that. 3 goals in 7 minutes, I think it was. And the first two were first in City colours for Jordan Rose and Connor Lynch. How happy are you that they are off the mark for this season?
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, we've not been very good from set pieces historically, um, and obviously Jordan's got some great physical prowess about him. And yeah, great ball in from Baz, and to be honest, he didn't have to do it. Like I was discrediting him really by saying that I have to do a lot, but he was there and he just nodded it in. It was a great ball and a good run and his physical strength got in the goal. Second goal. Was typical Lynchy, really. I thought he was relatively quiet, worked his socks off today. but we didn't get him in quite as much. More of our better play was coming from up back and through wide rather than through the middle. But he kept going, and then bang, sniffs the goal out. You know, that's what we've said about him. He's different to every other player we've got, really. Works hard, like I said, but real goal scorer. Just wants to score goals, loves scoring goals. And really pleased for him to get his goal. Dedicated it to his nan who he passed away, and thoughts are with him and his family for that, of what's happened there. And I'm absolutely delighted he can dedicate that to his nan. And I'd like to dedicate the win to him, to be honest, to her.
Yeah, and Simba made it 3. It was his second goal of the season, but more impressively, possibly, that's already our 7th different goal scorer, and that's not including Pip and Warren's goal in the first game that got abandoned. So it could have been 9. How happy are you that the sort of whole team is chipping in at the moment?
I mean, it's a great stat. I didn't even realise that. I mean, I'm not surprised by it, because we've got an abundance of forward players and attacking players. So I did expect us to spread the goals out, and that is impressive. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of more different goal scorers over the coming weeks as well. With other players that can chip in for goals.
And speaking of other players, a new signing today, Josh McCormick came back into the side, started today. What do you think he's added to the squad, and how happy are you to have him back?
Delighted to have him back. He was my manager's player of the year in the year we got promoted. I thought he was the best right back in the league that year. I thought he would have been again this year or last year, but he went to Bognor for a change, and that he was sort of sold the dream there of what was going to happen, and he did well there, but it didn't work out as well as maybe he would have liked. I mean, obviously we stay in touch. I've got absolute massive amounts of time for him. The kid's only 21, 22, and what a talent, what an absolute talent. He's got loads of character about him. He's a winner. He's got what the old kahunas they call it, don't they, these days? I can't use the other word. He's kahunas. He's got he's not scared to have the ball in any situation. Good lad. I'm so pleased to get him back. He's a real sparky lad, and I'm sure he'll have a great season. Today he played in midfield where he can play. I thought he was brilliant as well. Along with Dan Jones, who I thought was outstanding, and Baz. I thought the midfield 3 were brilliant today. Played it slightly differently, tweaked a few bits and bobs, and letter to the letter they did it today, and good debut from him.
And it's a quick turnaround again. We go and play on Bank Holiday Monday again. So that's 6 points from 4 matches now. But both wins were on our travels. We're back at home on Monday. How are you looking to change our sort of fortunes so far? And will you be looking to field a similar sort of team, considering it's only, less than 48 hours of recovery till the next game?
Well, we've got a few players back. At least 2. Not giving too much away. Let them sweat on wondering what it's going to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we need to harp too much on the fact that we've not been good at home, because the Walton game, we were at home, we were brilliant, absolutely fantastic. We're better on a slicker pitch. Let's hope that we get a rain dance and get some rain out there for Monday. But it'll be. I'm not putting too much sway on whether it's home or away. What I would say is we played on today was a fantastic pitch. Dorchester's a lovely pitch, and we play some lovely football. So we'll find a way of putting out a team that does the job against Salisbury, and get our home games up and running as well.
And it's another fairly local game as well. They've also started their season very well, won their game today 2-1, I believe. So what are you expecting from our opponents on Monday?
Salisbury are a good club. The former Salisbury City, I was there for a long time, and a lot of time for a lot of people there. Again, a good club with great facilities. They've sort of invested a bit heavier in the team this season, so that their expectations are quite high. They're a good team. We'll be expecting a very, very tough game. but one that we'll really look forward to. I'm hoping there'll be a decent crowd. They'll bring a fair few, I would have thought, because they've started the season so well. Yeah, get down and try and support us if you can, because it's going to be a tough game. I've never known anything like it. 3 home derbies in the first 3 games. Obviously with Walton not counting. And obviously we're flying away from home. It's just a strange start to the season, even to the point where the game got abandoned. What a strange start to the season, but one that we know we're nowhere near clicking fully yet. Loads of players still missing, in and out, and we just need to find the right formula. Today we did, and we'll look to try and find the right formula Monday.
And speaking about Monday, that's 4 games gone, 4 completely sort of different performances, and they seem to be alternating. So is it really just a matter of finding the consistency now for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, the blueprint was there today. I won't go into what that blueprint was, but the biggest thing is to run your socks off. You need to be crawling off the pitch at the end of it. It's a bit obvious to say that because everyone can do that, but when we do that and we are in your face and relentless with our desire, we're a good team. We play some lovely football, really really nice football. Third goal today, Simba's goal, was an absolute classic of what we do in training. Tip tap football, in and out, and through the lines, and then Sim ran through 1-on-1. If we can get our game going, we're a good team, and I just want to make sure we start producing at home. Last year was the same. We found our formula in the end, and we're excellent at the end of the season at home. Let's just get that started nice and early, and we'll have a good season.
And as always, just a final word on the travelling fans that we're there to support. Watch another 3 points on our travels. What do you have to say to them?
Always really grateful for it. They're not massive. There's not massive numbers that go everywhere, but they're so loyal. And they got what they deserved today, which was an excellent performance. And that's what we got to do. We just got to worry about performances, get our performances right, results take care of itself. And all the supporters want is a performance full of desire and effort, and they give it back to us as well. So big thanks to them.
Perfect, Davo, and catch up with you on Monday.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.